Hi everyone, it is Marie here from Skeins, and I thought I would come and touch base with you at the end of this week because let's face it, Christmas literally is just around the corner, and that means lots of changes are happening here, but hopefully it also means that you guys get to spend some time at home doing your favourite yarn crafting and actually getting to put your feet up at this busy time of year. So I've got loads to talk to you about today. I've even got, many of you have probably seen these t-shirts posted about, and I'm sorry that it's all reversed out on the camera here, it's just the way it is, but we're all feeling really festive downstairs, so if you are in Hawke's Bay, do make sure you do come in and visit us, because we would so love to see you, and we're definitely here, and I'll talk about our summer hours a little bit later on. But in the meantime, I just wanted to touch base with you because we have had some new yarn come in, and I haven't spoken to you since those new yarns have come in. And many of you are getting together and getting organised for your knit along or crochet along over on the Skeins Speakeasy. So we've got the beautiful pop crop cardigan, there it is there, which is from Amber O'Brien, and the Sunday shawl from Alia Bland, and everyone's been really excited about this, and I know some people have started, but a lot of you have been getting organised, getting your yarn together, getting your patterns together. Don't forget to put in the code SKEINS, which will get you a discount on both of those patterns, as designers have passed that on, and getting yourself together. I mean, I've been good in the sense that I am going to do the pop crop cardigan. I've decided I'm going to do Southlander Sport. I've even swatched. I have now decided, I think, on, well, I have decided on a colour. I'm going to do charcoal with goldenrod. Oh, by the way, did you see that beautiful jumper in the Southlander Sport that I posted up from Manic Maiden? Wasn't it amazing in the berry with the charcoal and the cream? Oh, that Skeindie pattern, it was just absolutely dropped, and it's perfect. I just was so thrilled when she posted it. Thank you so much for that, because it was just the perfect example of what this yarn was created for. Stranded colour work is just the noise at the moment. There is some amazing patterns out there, and we're so excited to have this Southlander in the lighter weight, and also too in the bulkier 12-ply version as well, because it now gives everybody a full range of options if you're wanting to do stranded colour work, and especially if you're wanting to do steeked stranded colour work. Steeking is when you go choppy and work your yoke in the round and then actually cut it. I know, scariest thing ever, but it just makes your colour work look incredible, and you need a yarn with a little bit of grip to it, and the Southlander is just absolutely perfect. And because I have been on such a jag with stranded colour work, because there's just so much out there, one of the things I did is I just made a quick little strippy swatch for the Lodge, which has gone onto the shop this week. So there's all the little Lodge colours there, just all striped. Just to show you, just move a little bit further forward, just to show you the fleck. Like, there's a little bit of a fleck, but the fleck is not like whoa in your face, but it just adds a little bit of texture and squishability. So then I couldn't help myself, and I jumped on the interweb and just pulled out a random chart off the Google, and whipped, because it had 8 colours in the chart, and that's how many's in the range, so you know, it was totally random. But just to show you, oh, see, look, that looks really good when I hold it back, just to show you how beautiful Lodge looks in that stranded colour work. And I mean, I just look at that, and to me that screams sort of Nordic, you know, snow, beautiful, rustic, lovely cardigan or jacket. I mean, could you imagine a beautiful jacket with something like colour work like that actually across the bottom of it? Just absolutely beautiful. The yarn is lovely and soft, and in fact, here's the things here that I've, as you can see, still got me dangly danglies, but it is just lovely, beautiful, squishable yarn. This cracking yarn for kids. If you're looking for something nice and quick to whip up the grandies or your own children across the summer break, really nice handle on it, soft enough for the skin, soft enough to be worn against the skin. I would have no problem wearing that against the skin. And just these colours, these beautiful, rich, earthy colours, and we did that quite deliberately. We did, there's 8 colours in the range, and actually I'll pull these out. Let me have a look. 1, 2, there we go. That one goes there, that one goes there, that one goes right. So there are 8 colours in the range, and we deliberately broke them down into 4 warm colours. So those are the warm colours there. So warm brown, the cream, the taupe, and the bricky. Actually, I'm loving this red. It's a really rich, bricky, dark, sort of Moroccan-y kind of red, dark paprika-y red. And then there were 4 cool colours, which were the 2 greys and the 2 blues. So you can either, you know, blend them into cools and greys, or, as you can see, do what I did there and mix them all up. And best of all about Lodge too, it's a great price. It's only $5.95 a ball, gentle machine wash, and it's a 10 ply. It's, you know, so for all those patterns, there's so many patterns written by Northern Hemisphere designers, and they all, for them, 10 ply is like how we use a DK. You know, it's their version of DK. They love it, and you can substitute back, and we do. A lot of people do that, but sometimes, you know, I don't know about you at this time of year. Yeah, old brain, you just want to get your pattern and get your needles out, or your hook out, and not have to think. Just stitch your way to bliss, don't you? So I'm really, really, really thrilled with this. So that is available now, available online and available in store. So that's the lot. Actually, look at that. You could put that. You could turn that into a cup cozy, couldn't you? Anyway, sorry, I get distracted easily. So that's Lodge. The other thing that came out last week, which I've actually had sitting on my desk for ages, and I showed you guys this a while ago. Where did I put the other little swatchy rama? Where did he put the other? Oh, there it is. It's hiding in there. Was this, which was the Cabaret, which is the bit of bling. It's the black with the Lurex through it. I've had loads of people ask me online how soft it is. I'll be honest with you, it's got Lurex through it. So if any of you have worked with Lurex or Effect yarns, it can be a bit crunchy. It's not as, I'll be entirely honest, it's not as soft as the Lodge, but as an outerwear piece or as an Effect yarn, it is absolutely perfect. And so I've done whipped up a couple of quick little swatches for you. That's the, I'll turn that around so it doesn't show through. So there we go. That's the knitted piece. So that's sort of what you're looking at in terms of a knitted piece of fabric. That's better. And I just quickly whipped this up. Let's get that round the right way. For crochet, I actually personally think this crochet is better than it knits. That's just my humble opinion. What I like about it, and I've just quickly whipped that up so you can have a look, and it doesn't, of course it's a bit bright, a bit glary in here. This would look incredible as a really, really super uber fast 5mm hooks, or even 5.5mm hook, and a big quick crocheted lacy sort of wraparound type shawl. It would be brilliant for that, for this time of year, and it would add a little bit of fling or bling, or a little actually, to be honest, even the pop crop cardigan, to be fair, would look good in this, or even the Miss Jane, some sort of little bolero-y cardigan or shrug would work really well, and then it just adds a little pop of colour in the winter, and then you're wanting to just throw something over. But it's, the thing about this is the price. It's only $3.95 for a 100 gram ball, so that's less than a $2 a ball equivalent. We do something a bit fun every year at Christmas. People remember the Christmas crackers and the Thunderballs and all the weird and wonderfuls that we've done at Christmas time, and Cabaret is our weird and wonderful for this year. So that is online now. It's on the sale page, and it's actually quite an, I mean, even if you are doing an order, just throw a couple of these in your order. They're quite, I think it's quite a good little one to have in your stash if you're looking for a yarn just to do a little border on something or give something a bit of a lift. Because the Lurex is actually a rainbow multicoloured Lurex in there with gold, it will actually tone in with pretty much anything. So that is Cabaret. $3.95, 100 gram ball. It's spun to a 10 ply. I have actually swatched it, and that was on a 4.5mm needle. If I'm entirely honest, I think a 4mm will be better. It's definitely something that I think needs to be a bit firmer on the stitch front. And you're looking at 188 meters per ball, so not bad meterage on that. So that's that. Now this, I've just put, Claire, bless her, made me realise that I had, on Cape, I hadn't put up a colour. We'd missed a colour out. It came in later than all the others, and which is a pity, because it's actually, I think, the most, isn't that stunning? It's the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful colour. This one's called Cape Palliser, and if you're lovely doing some gorgeous blankets, many of you may have got the blankets from the Home Patterns. This will work in those, or you may have the Queen Bee patterns. This will work in those. But I wanted to show you this because this colour is now up online. Yay! But if you've got your kids over the holidays, and let's face it, I don't know about yours, if you've got older ones, they've already finished, but my primary school age ones, both of them finished today, so I was school holiday programming them for next week. But this yarn, I think, is a cracker if you've got kids, for several reasons. One is it's thick enough that you can do finger knitting with your kids. Easy peasy. I think I showed you the macrame last school holidays. That's loads of fun, and again with this thicker yarn is fantastic. But the other thing too is teaching your kids how to crochet on these thicker yarns. Get yourself a thicker hook like this. The really neat thing about this sort of thicker yarn is that when it comes to kids, it's easy for them to handle these thicker yarns and these thicker hooks, so much easier, and instant gratification. Even if all they're doing is just making lines and lines and links of chain like this to make big bright linky necklaces, or if you're anything like my oldest son, bless him, he loves making crochet chains, and he went through an entire phase of making, honestly, lengths and lengths and lengths of this stuff, which he then promptly uses as lassos, for something to tie his brother up with, to chase the dog round with. You name it, he did it. But it's actually, you know, or even super fast friendship bracelets. It's the sort of things, you know, 5-minute crafts that you can do with the kids. And let's face it, doing a chain is the easiest thing. And I've just done this with a hook, but you don't need to. You don't even need the hook. I mean, you know, you can just literally, oopsie, do the finger crochet with the kids. You know, it's so easy to do. So, you know, there you go. Really quick. So 5-minute crafts, brilliant for the kids. And as I said, this fantastic colour is now available, and that's called Cape Palliser, and it's now online, so do snap that one up while you can. Okay, now on to the juicy stuff. So I've given you the yarn stuff. I've got to give you the juicy stuff because there's still loads of things happening, and yes, it is Christmas, you know, in less than 10 days. If you are looking for gift vouchers, yes, we do gift vouchers. We have $20 and $50 vouchers already preloaded. If you want a different amount, do feel free to email us at info@skeins.com, because we can make a voucher to any amount that you desire. If you're looking for the vouchers on the website, because I will concede they are a bit tough to find, in the search bar at the top of the home page there, which is on the right hand side, just type in voucher and they'll come up. But if you want, as I said, a specific amount, just email the girls and they will do a voucher to whatever amount that you want. And those vouchers can be used either in store or online. They can be either or, so they're really handy things to have. So we do those, and we send out a really nice little card, and we can put a card in the post if you wish, or we can send you the details and then you can pop that in, or what have you. We're pretty flexible like that. So do check those out. If you're looking for some gift ideas, I know I've done this. We've made sure we've got plenty of stock of Granny McFlitter, the Champion Knitter, which is the incredible book that was one of the finalists at the Children's Book Awards this year, by Heather Haycock, and that is downstairs. That's on the sale page, actually, to make it nice and easy to find. So we've got oodles of those. So if you're struggling with a younger child that you're wanting to buy for, and you want to give them something, you know, fibre and craft related, that's a brilliant book. I bought 3 of them for Christmas presents this year. I just love it. So do go and check that out. And the other thing too, if you've got a fibre lover or a knitter or a crocheter that you're wanting to buy for, we have made up some more Sockmatician sampler boxes. So that is a beautiful, it is a really heavy, beautiful matte black box, lidded box with 1 ball each of the Sockmatician yarn. And those, if you go to the Sockmatician edition page, you will find those there. And we have made some more of those up with the new stock that's come through. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere and hearing this, you can actually now order direct from the Sockmatician himself. So his stock has now arrived, and you just need to go to sockmatician.com, and on there is a page called Sockmashop. So just pop over to Sockmashop, and on there Nathan has got his gorgeous enamel pins. You can buy his book, and you can also buy the yarn from there. And in fact, if you're down in this part of the world, you can buy his book either from Amazon, which I think comes out from Australia, or you can buy it direct from him as well out of the UK. So that is sockmatician.com, so do make sure you check that out if you're after that. And last but not least, hours. I have been I've been making sure that I get these posted up nice and early for everybody, so you know when we are. First things first, if you want to check our hours, when we're going to be here, when we're not going to be here, Skeins.com homepage, scroll down to the bottom section, and there all the hours are there, and I keep that updated pretty frequently at what we will and won't be doing and when we'll be open. So do always do that. I have updated the Google. Sometimes she's not always the most reliable, but I have made sure I've done that. We are open all of next week. So if you are wanting Christmas yarn or yarn delivered for projects and you need it before the big day Tuesday week, you will need to have your orders in, cleared and dispatched from us by Thursday at the latest. So 2 days to the South Island, overnight if you're in the North Island, 2 days for rural delivery. It actually could even be 3 days for rural delivery depending on your deliveries, but Thursday is the big magical day for most places to get Christmas yarn in before Christmas. We are closing, our physical store is closing Friday, and we're closing at 2 o'clock on Friday. And if you're wondering why we're closing at 2 o'clock on Friday, is because the mill is also closing at 2 o'clock on Friday, and everybody, we all go to the pub and we have just some time together and to reflect across the year, which is really nice. And that's what we'll be doing on Friday. The online store will be open. We will be doing that all the way through, but we will only be sending out orders once after we close next, not tomorrow Friday, the following Friday. We're only open every Thursday after that. So it's Thursday the 27th, I think it's Thursday the 3rd of January, and Thursday the 10th. So we'll be dispatching orders on those days once a week. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Google. And then we will be open just on those days as well. So the reason for that is just that we have opened in between before and opened soon after, and essentially all of us that will roster through and are on, we sort of spend a lot of time contemplating our navels and doing a lot of knitting. So we would much rather spend our time more wisely and actually be there and be busy on those days that we are actually open. Back on deck and nice and normal again from Monday the 14th. So if you are needing some yarn and you are time sensitive on that yarn, definitely try and get those orders in next week, or at least get those orders in before each consecutive Thursday to make sure you get that out to you after that. So that's all of what I think I've done quite well with my list. I will come and talk to you again next week, just to make sure you don't, just so you don't miss me too much. And then I'll be taking a break and hopefully getting my pop prop cardigan done. So you'll see me over posting on social media and Instagram. I'll be around there, and we can catch up on progress and see how everybody is doing. I'm itching to cast mine on. I'm just finishing up 2 other projects. Like many of you, I've seen Pot 100s finished. I've seen all sorts. You're doing the same as what I'm doing. You're cleaning all your projects up before you get stuck into this. So I'm doing the same. And I actually hope to get cast on, I may even get cast on Christmas week, so with any luck. Nearly finished the Albertine project that I've been working on like forever, and I need to sit down with a clear head to do a bit of maths on my cabled vest. So in the meantime, have a great weekend this weekend. We'll talk to you again next week, and don't forget to jump on and get those orders before we close off for the year. Take care.